This decision, with the council's reinstatement of much of the necessary funding to avoid a budget deficit, which I thank them for, has taken the issue off the front burner for now, allowing us as a city to focus on the numerous other important issues facing Methuen, and there are many. As we look forward, I am focusing on ways to stabilize the city, create opportunity, and improve the quality of life for Methuen's residents. The first step in these goals is to work to make this city fiscally strong and stable. To achieve this, we are working closely with the Commonwealth to strengthen our financial practices and position. We are meeting regularly with our Fiscal Stability Officer and our Financial Management Review Team, and will soon be choosing the city's first Chief Administrative Officer, which, by the way, is long overdue. Further, we have hired the Collins Center at the University of Massachusetts, Boston, to help prepare our fiscal year 2020 budget to balance the needs of the residents with the fiscal health of Methuen. These are challenges that cannot be fixed by short-term decisions, but by a long-term vision and a path that we are creating. We are finalizing the city's first capital improvement plan, which will provide a blueprint for addressing the city's infrastructure needs into the 2020s. A key priority for me is the building of a new consolidated DPW facility. We have already begun taking steps toward completing this goal, with our legislative delegation on Beacon Hill providing authorization currently for at least $3 million in state support. We will seek to grow that amount as well as identify local resources to assist with this project. It's a major step forward, long time overdue, and a necessary one. If anybody has ever been down that DPW facility, you'd understand it's a disaster. While we continue getting the city's financial house in order, we also need to be proactive in addressing challenges and creating opportunities to make Methuen stronger, better, and safer. For me, the first of these is getting a handle on the opioid crisis. The opioid epidemic has taken hold of and is strangling our city, our region, our state, and unfortunately our nation. Last year, Methuen, we were the first community in Massachusetts to sign on to a class action lawsuit against a number of big pharma drug manufacturers in an effort to hold them accountable because their focus was their bottom line and not the lives, health, and well-being of the people caught in the grips of opioid addiction. And I want to welcome our City Councilor, Eunice Ziegler. Thank you. Several other Massachusetts communities have joined this lawsuit, which is now one of many seeking to recover financial damages from these companies. And by the way, we are reaching back and we are building a database to determine how much money we've spent on this problem, and as this moves forward, we hope to recover substantial amounts of money. We are strengthening our commitment to the crisis with the Police Department CARES program, great program, a multifaceted program to prevent opioid abuse and help those who have fallen into its grip. And while we continue the fight on a municipal level, we know that this addiction knows no boundaries. I believe that as a region, we must come together to address this crisis. Ironically, tomorrow I'm meeting with the fire chief and police chief and our new Congresswoman, Laurie Tran. Very, very proud. She got appointed to a new committee looking at this opioid issue, and we're meeting in Methuen tomorrow, and I'm really excited about that. That wasn't in my prepared notes, but I am. And in early December of 2018, we convened a meeting with the Merrimack Valley mayors and managers and numerous state and local and federal agencies on the front line of the opioid crisis. I will continue to bring regional leaders together to put in place an action plan that will not only address this issue, but the one that will be a model in how to achieve success. Because every day, without a plan of attack, is another day we lose someone to this epidemic, and that is unacceptable. And I will tell you that I've sent a letter to the legislative leadership and the governor's office about some of the changes that I thought were necessary based on my long experience with this particular issue. We are also committed to creating more economic and community development opportunities for the city. This winter, I was pleased to announce two great economic partners, New Balance Athletics and Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, both of which have chosen Methuen for enhanced facilities and investment. In December, we announced that New Balance Athletics is moving forward with building a facility to include advanced manufacturing, research and development, as well as 3D printing, technology and jobs for the 21st century. This is a $15 to $20 million investment, and it's estimated they're going to create 60 to 100 jobs. And in January, we announced that the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute will open a new facility to give area residents better access for treatment of cancer and blood disorders. It will also offer expanded support to patients through genetic counseling, nutrition, and social work services. This $15 to $20 million investment that they'll be making is expected to bring 100 new jobs to Methuen. And it's certainly a very prestigious facility to have in Methuen. But those are just the beginning. 2018 saw a great deal of investment, both big and small, along with New Balance and Dana-Farber. We welcomed the opening of Orange Theory at the Loop and the grand opening of the new nearby Chick-fil-A restaurant. The repurposing of the former Parlex and Verizon facilities into mixed-use commercial buildings for professional office and warehouse space, as well as the opening of local businesses like Portland Stoneware and the newly relocated and expanded Irish Cottage on Branch Street, just to name a few. Adding to that momentum, we have also received the Federal Opportunity Zone designation in two areas of Methuen. This designation provides tax incentives for economic development, encouraging investment in our city. And I will tell you that with Bill Buckley, we are making economic development, job growth, job opportunities our #1 priority here in the city of Methuen. All of these are exciting investments and opportunities which underscore the fact that the potential for economic development is right here in Methuen. And I'm looking forward to pursuing more opportunities like these for Methuen in 2019. Along with finding ways to bring more jobs, new jobs and businesses to Methuen, I am focused on creating a better quality of life. We must look at our city in terms of highlighting the assets we have and building upon that foundation to lift our city up. In the coming months, we will continue to move forward on the development of the downtown Methuen and our riverfront. To that end, we are projecting $20 million in investment in our downtown, which will breathe new life into the heart of our city with several new residential and mixed-use development buildings. It also includes $60,000 for parking improvements, $90,000 for new streetlights, historic preservation of the railroad depot, and the opening of the rail trail this spring. With $60,000 in state funds we secured for the waterfront, we will acquire new land for public use at the new boat ramp and complete the vision for a community space between the boat ramp and Martin Park. We are also working with the State Department of Fishing and Boating Access to design a fishing platform this year for 2019, so the kids will have an opportunity to fish, which they don't have right now. Bringing our community together also means both investing in open space and community events. As we speak, my office is working on concrete plans to make both improvements to fields at Burnham Road and to secure more recreational fields for our Methuen community. Still in the early stages yet, but we have been talking to some folks, so stay tuned for more details as they develop. I'll be meeting with people this upcoming weekend, and we'll be walking the site. I am looking forward to building on the success of the community events that we enjoyed last year, including the impressive 4th of July fireworks celebration at the Loop, the city's first Methuen Day, and I'd like to congratulate Eunice Ziegler and Jessica Finicaro for that event, and the highly successful Christmas tree lighting and holiday festival, also at the Loop. We will continue to partner with city agencies and organizations to make these celebrations even better in 2019. in addition to new exciting ventures such as integrating arts activities with the new Methuen Arts Partnership. All of these improvements give residents and visitors an opportunity to enjoy our city, but more importantly, help knit our city together to provide a better quality of life for everyone. Creating a better Methuen also means making sure our students are receiving the education they deserve to achieve their dreams in a 21st century economy. And that means addressing issues of adequate school funding in Methuen and across the Commonwealth. We worked through a difficult issue with our school budget last year, but we need to address the larger issues this year and beyond. Along with the school committee and our wonderful interim superintendent, where is she? There she is. Randy, thank you very much for being here. She's doing a wonderful, wonderful job. She took over in very difficult circumstances, and you're doing a wonderful job. We are tracking how the current funding is being spent to find efficiencies and maximize the dollars we have. But we will continue to struggle to make ends meet for our schools. That is why I'm actively engaging with the governor and our state legislative delegation to ensure that reforms to education funding are fair for Methuen and give our schools the resources they need to provide the best education possible for our youth. As a former state senator and a member of the legislature's Committee on Education in the early 90s, I was on the committee that instituted and developed the first Ed Reform Initiative in 1993. Believe it or not, I can't believe it's been that long ago. Now, over a quarter of a century later, it's time to finally achieve the promise of fair and equitable funding for all of our communities, including Methuen. All of these efforts are being made in order for Methuen to be a thriving and successful city in the future. But to be truly successful, we need to evolve how we do business. We need to break free from the town mentality and develop a city government that is modern, effective, and efficient. We will continue with our leadership team in the city to make improvements, to find efficiencies where we can, and to modernize how we do business. One of these improvements is better information technology systems for city government and its residents. For example, you heard our clerk, Jack Wilson, welcome you here this evening. And under his tutelage, and now it's live as of today, we have the technological capacity to process vital record requests and payments online through the city's website. So now you can get certified copies of birth, marriage, death certificates. They can be requested electronically, and making it more convenient for residents and faster for the city clerk's office to process. We're very, very excited about that. Methuen has also been designated a green community and has received a $218,000 grant to help in the goal of reducing Methuen's energy usage by 20% through an energy reduction plan. We have also received a $32,000 municipal vulnerabilities planning grant, which will help us plan for future emergencies and contingencies before they occur. In addition, we are also exploring further opportunities to work across the traditional municipal school divide. We are exploring cooperative ventures between the municipal and school departments for providing IT and facilities management services in order to save money and to provide more efficient service. Also, as part of ensuring better government, we need Methuen's charter to better reflect the governance of the 21st century, not the 20th century. Many provisions of the old charter harken back to the time when Methuen was a town. If we continue on this path, we are doing a disservice to Methuen and its residents. We are watching the progress of the Charter Review Committee in the hopes that we can amend the old charter to help create a more modern and effective city government. Now is the time to make the changes that will bring our community together and make our government serve the people of Methuen. A better city government makes a stronger city. We live in a great community blessed by diversity of culture and thought, by determination and hope, by opportunity and resolve. There are wonderful things happening in Methuen and positive changes on the horizon. However, we cannot allow ourselves to be mired in negativity. And when we push aside the cynicism to focus on all the positive things that are happening for Methuen, there is no limit what we can achieve together. It is a great honor to serve the people of the city of Methuen as mayor. Our city and our residents are worth fighting for. And that is my mission as your mayor. I will continue to do everything I can to make our city stronger and create better lives for our residents. Thank you, God bless you, the city of Methuen, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and the United States of America. Thank you.